Hello people of Earth, it's your pal the Orbital Outcast Rad Gnarly, coming away with another low-key broadcast. Today is Thursday, and you know what that means, 3 hours of GWA action and some more progress in our New Japan career in Fire Pro Wrestling World. But first I'd like to say hello to everybody in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, happy to have you with us, and hope the day finds you well. Alright, as per always, I have booked our card. First and foremost, I think I even saved it. Let me just double check here. Yes, indeed, I even saved it after everybody showed up for work, because we have a fair number of guests with us today. You can see at the very least, we have a new signee here. We have Taka Michinoku is in from New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's pretty exciting. But first and foremost, we're starting off with a GWA 6-person Tag Team Championship contest. This is normally called our Stable Championship, as the Major League Grapplers are currently in possession of the belt. They're team comprised of Pete Dunne, new Stardom champion Miro, and its leader, Will Ospreay. Not Stardom's leader, but in fact Major League Grapplers leader Will Ospreay, defending their 6-person tag team belts against a team representing the industry. I believe it is David Houston, Thomas Walker, and Matt Robinson. Let's get down to the ring for this one. Here we go. In front of 65,000 strong once again. We've sold out another football stadium. As we do each and every month here as you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle. And by every month, I mean our weekly shows, our monthly extravaganzas. We have 7 title matches on tap, including this one right here. And as always, the creature on feature, the senior official here in the GWA, Mr. Bigfoot, in charge of the action. As you see Will Ospreay in there with the aforementioned David Houston of the industry, of course. Oh, hang on. Quick 1 count there off a powerbomb counter. David Houston known for those. Hang on, another roll-up attempt quickly here. Will Ospreay not giving me time to comment. There, David Houston now tagging out, so I don't even have the opportunity to speak on him anymore. Here comes Thomas Walker, partner in the industry and the dirtiest player in the GWA game. Somehow manages to sneak a fork into each and every one of his matches. Oh, 619 coming up from Will Ospreay. Sure. And there's that aforementioned fork in response. He has a 5 count to break that, but Will Ospreay got out of it quickly enough as Thomas Walker is trying to tag quickly into Matt Robinson. Now we see Miro on the side. The Major League Grapplers tagged in. Matt Robinson going for his patented pedigree right away. Matt Robinson, David Houston, and Thomas Walker, I'm trying to explain, are solely created characters within the game of Fire Pro Wrestling World. They are default wrestlers that show up in your wrestling universe when you start a new promotion. Every other character in the GWA, and indeed, also including the industry's leader, Jack Howard, who we're going to see later, but every other character in the GWA, and indeed populating all of the other wrestling leagues throughout this universe of which we are a part, are real-life wrestlers, created almost solely by a user called The Avenger 3 on the Steam Workshop. About 90 to 95% of the edits came from the output of one person. So tip of the cap to them, whomever they may be. Now I can concentrate on the action at hand that is starting to heat up now. But Thomas Walker, again, known for their dirty tactics, will just choke a fool.
5 minutes
Haven't none of it, though. In fact, he's had enough of Thomas Walker for the moment and tags in his former GWA Tag Team Championship partner, Pete Dunne, also, of course, a member of Major League Grapplers. Nice butterfly suplex there. A contingent of, it seems, European wrestlers are the Major League Grapplers that have gotten together to ply their trade and rise the card as one, as you do in stables here in the GWA. We've got a half dozen of the bad boys. That one nice butterfly suplex as we're seeing the 2 junior heavyweights in this matchup squaring off. Pete Dunne on the side of the Grapplers. David Houston getting butterfly suplex once more, representing the industry. Pete Dunne firmly in command here. Interesting strategy. Oh, able to lure David Houston into his corner as he makes the tag out to Will Ospreay, leader of the Major League Grapplers, as we have said. Former GWA heavyweight champion. Wants to get back on top of that mountain. We saw the writing on the wall here down the gnarly wrestling aisle. I suppose graffiti on the wall here down the gnarly wrestling aisle. That success comes quicker Miro in a stable. So formed Major League Grapplers to get and stay on top of the promotion. The current 6-person tag team champions of the world are defending those belts admirably to this point. We're almost 10 minutes deep into this one. Champion and challenger going back and forth, literally at this point. European uppercut, midsection kick. Matt Robinson getting the better of that exchange. Oh, nice judo takeover as well. Keep them, though. Able to sneak back in his offense and break the momentum of Matt Robinson. And then again, lure his opponent into the corner of his Major League Grappler cohorts.
10 minutes gone.
But unfortunately, it does not pay off quite as well as people wants. As now we have freshmen on either side. David Houston from the industry and Miro in now for the MLG. Oh, big boot to the back of the head. Usually a prelude to the game over. Now one to the face. David Houston, impressive strength, slamming the big man. Now locking him into the Paradise Lock. Now if he wasn't standing on him, this is sort of more of a comedy spot, but if you trap everyone's limbs and then pull on all their limbs, you will do some damage. David Houston did, at least momentarily. Miro able to power out. Oh, gets rolled up here. No count, says senior official Mr. Bigfoot. The Bulgarian Brute not taking nearly enough damage, or hardly any at all to this point. Nice belly-to-belly there from Miro. The best man, I should probably say, use his new nickname. Another nice belly-to-belly there. Unfortunately not to the legal competitor. Oh, and a follow-eye slam for Thomas Walker, who is legal in the ring now. Miro looking impressive there. Looks like he's only tagging out because he tired himself out. And back in comes Pete Dunne. Boston Crab, center of the ring. Submission holds get deadlier and deadlier as these matches wear on. Boom, big boot to the face of Thomas Walker from Pete Dunne. Now he gets sent off the ropes. Oh, into a choke. All right, a rope-assisted choke. You really need that extra momentum when you're throttling somebody, I guess. Hey, GR, how you doing? I hope that's okay to shorten it to GR. By the way, hope you're having a nice day. We are now back in for the Major League Grapplers against Matt Robinson. Working the midsection. Looks to steal the oxygen of their opponents. Oh, nice. Here's his roll through into an armbar. As we said, submissions get deadlier and deadlier as the match wears on. But again, Miro easily powers out. Can't say the same with his pedigree. Into the cover goes Robinson, but again, Miro's teammates staying on the apron, fully confident that he'll be able to kick out. He does it too, but now they are wary of this figure four. Pete Dunne in to make the save. Doing great, by the way. Thanks. I just had to wait for a break in my commentary to respond. Into the game over from Miro. Big fracas results. The hold is eventually broken. Matt Robinson off the ropes. Nice spinning leg lariat to the back of the head. Miro thinking better of things and tagging in Will Ospreay. Ospreay's got him set up, trying for the Stormbreaker there, but Matt Robinson powers out and tags Thomas Walker back into the matchup. Oh, nothing the ref can do about this. Ospreay's got to get that hold broken. There's no 5 count to exit the ring here in the game. You just sort of automatically leave after a certain amount of time. Thomas Walker and Ospreay going back and forth. Ospreay getting better of those forearms. Now setting Walker up for what? Oh, gets a stunner and counter. Off the ropes comes Walker. Huge jumping elbow strike. Can't follow it up as Will Ospreay scurries back to his corner to get Pete Dunne back into the action. Super kick, something to think about for Thomas Walker on his way out of the ring. Oh, and a black hole slam, or a boss man slam, if you're nasty. Oh, into a frog splash, but wrong part of town. Impressive athleticism for Thomas Walker. You almost wonder why he needs to bring a fork into all of his matchups. As we said, the dirtiest player in the game in terms of the GWA roster. Yeah, currently this is a custom promotion, the GWA, the Gnarly Wrestling Isle, in a promoter mode in this game called Fire Pro Wrestling World. On one side, on the blue corner, the blue corner, I gotta remember that webcams are backwards. In the blue corner, currently represented by this gentleman in the black and purple tights, are 3 completely created wrestlers that only exist in this video game. Everybody else on our roster, and indeed, as I was mentioning earlier, the rosters of all of the other federations in our wrestling universe are real-life wrestlers. As real-life wrestler Pete Dunne just tagged in to real-life wrestler Will Ospreay, both sporting green as part of the Major League Grapplers in the red corner over here. Matt Robinson off the ropes, big knee to the chest of Will, the current in real-life IWGP Heavyweight Champion of the world. Oh, calling for the Oscutter, but instead elects to hold his opponent for a big pump kick from Miro to the face of Matt Robinson. But we are a custom promotion, but we are vying to be the best promotion in the world against the likes of WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling Noah, Impact Wrestling, AEW. They're all in here. I mean, we had to create them all. Oh gosh, Robinson special! Including their created moves like you just witnessed there. Followed up by a huge enziguri, working the head and neck as Will Ospreay. Before he gets Miro back involved. Could be softening him up. Oh, for the game over. That works the head, the neck, and the back. Matt Robinson smartly gets that slam in and allows him the time and space. You get a fresh man tagged in on the side of the industry. Miro able to lure Thomas Walker back into that red corner. Smart strategy by the Major League Grapplers. They are the current 6-person champions defending their belts in this here matchup. Oh, another kick to the face of Walker. Miro has looked very impressive in this matchup. Coming off a huge win against Roman Reigns last month to capture the Stardom Heavyweight Championship, Miro is on a roll and it shows. Pin attempt here. Pete Dunne able to make the save. Smart work there by Walker. Oh, gets caught in the game over. This could do it immediately. Oh, wow. David Houston in to make the save and then really wants the kudos for the crowd for it. That's uncharacteristic of David Houston, usually focusing on their work. Double drop kick. Don't see that out of Miro often. Oh my gosh. Inverted 450 of sorts from Will Ospreay. I don't even know the names of half of his moves, nor how he pulls half of them off. The physics-defying Will Ospreay currently on the receiving end of a double powerbomb. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Miro and Pete Dunne theoretically are working over David Houston, but he's holding his own. Going for a disqualification on the floor, but that's not going to help you, Houston. There are no DQs or countouts when you're outside of a GWA ring. Meanwhile, in the ring, Will Ospreay is getting double teamed, something fierce, huge pedigree by Matt Robinson. Unfortunately, my big stupid head's in the way. And another double powerbomb for Will Ospreay. I feel if you stick with us as we go up the card, you're going to probably recognize more and more names, I would hope, if you have a familiarity with Western wrestling of the modern era. Miro, formerly Rusev in WWE, if that doesn't mean anything. Boom! Big pump kick there again from Miro, excuse me. Into the side slam. Ooh. Back and forth they go once again. Punches and forearms. Nice discus forearm from Thomas Walker settles that argument. He smartly sends him into the industry corner. Trying to set him up on the top rope, but Miro counters and sends Thomas Walker to the floor. Here we go again. Miro now sent outside. Oh, double team suplex on Thomas Walker from Miro's Major League Grappler counterparts. As we pass half an hour in this 6-person tag team championship contest. Matt Robinson in, sick double powerbomb there to Miro. Trying to fight his way back to his corner after that one. Both men down, both men winded. Everyone in this has been through a lot. Miro able to scurry back to his corner. Tagging into Will Ospreay, and they are sending Matt Robinson to the outside once more. Ospreay being the sacrificial lamb, in the manner of speaking. Heading off both David Houston and Thomas Walker so that Matt Robinson can be worked over on the floor. Oh my gosh. Impressive aerial offense. Oh my god. From Will Ospreay, but then he gets hit simultaneously with a frog splash and a moonsault from both of his opponents. I've never seen that before. Yeah. that's pretty much where they are with Miro. His current on-screen character. Oh, huge last rights there to Will Ospreay. As you see, Pete Dunne has come inside to even things up. This match cannot properly continue until Matt Robinson is back inside the ring. And as there are no countouts or DQs, the ref is powerless to stop this. Miro tagging up there for no reason. Ospreay trying his best to hold them off, but now that the fork comes into play quickly, everyone's back into the ring. And since Thomas Walker is illegal, he is free to use that fork at his discretion until Ospreay is able to push him off, but the damage has already been done here. Ospreay busted open. You'll see the blood slowly fade into the canvas. That's right, the canvas of the GWA absorbs the blood, and it makes the fighting stronger. That's at least our headcanon. It just compensates for the fact that the blood sort of just disappears as you keep going. But poor Will, that's going to bleed for the remainder of the matchup, unfortunately. You see every time his head touches the canvas, it leaves a stain. Pop-up Hurricane Run into a pin from Houston, but no! Ospreay with the presence of mind to get back into the ring to break it up. La Magistral, center of the ring. Ospreay back in to save Pete Dunne once again. Victory roll this time. Ospreay and Miro got to tag up, and they don't. The third attempt in a row. Perhaps the blood loss got to Will Ospreay. He could not tag up in time to come back in and save his partner Pete Dunne from that third roll-up attempt. David Houston secures the pin and the tag team straps for the industry in a barn burner. We got new 6-person tag team champs. Let me write that down. Ooh. And that is just the first match of the day. We got 9 more matches. And then once we're done our GWA Supercard, the second half of our broadcast, we switch over to the New Japan career mode, and I continue my heavyweight career as the masked, mysterious wrestler from beyond, the great Googly Moogly. All right, we have new 6-person champs. Let me just write that down on my notes. This is the only game that I stream that I literally have a clipboard for, and I also use my my digital notepad for every time I play, because I have to keep track of who's on our roster, who our champions are, so on and so forth. Let's get down and save this. All right, coming up, as I said, we have debuting Drew Talent. We just signed Drew McIntyre, and we're pitting them against Luchasaurus. See these big meaty men slapping meat as we get down to the ring. Luchasaurus, of course, every time they come back from an injury, and unfortunately have been injured a handful of times here in their GWA career, come back deadlier and deadlier than ever. The perfect choice, in my opinion, to debut against a Drew McIntyre who's going to look to prove themselves as they step into a GWA ring for the first time. As always, the senior official here, Mr. Bigfoot, in charge of the action in the ring. See both men unfamiliar to the other, going to start slow and steady with their less powerful moves, just trying to take the measure of the other. You can see Drew slowly working the arm of Luchasaurus, at least wary of the possibility of a choke slam out of the 65 million-year-old dinosaur. Drew, of course, will be looking for the opportunity to get enough time and space, perhaps to bounce off the ropes, to hit that Claymore kick, that devastating single-leg lariat. Well, it's more like a boot under the chin, like a flying boot under the chin, for sure. Knocks you smooth out. Has literally won many championships with it. He'll be looking to win his GWA debut with it. I don't know the AEW debut thing of Luchasaurus. Who, as we said, has suffered some severe injuries in their GWA tenure. Not to sugarcoat it, they've broken their neck like 3 times. But every time they come back stronger than ever, as you see with that huge air raid crash to Drew McIntyre. No shortage of power on either side of this fighting equation. As you see both men slugging it out, Luchasaurus winning that argument for the moment with his fists. Back down goes Drew. Both men setting a somewhat slower pace than we're used to seeing. As we said, getting the measure of the other. A no count there from Drew McIntyre. Just sort of testing the cardiovascular conditioning of Luchasaurus after that kick put them down. Slowly back to work on the arm goes Drew. Oh, a vicious headbutt there from Luchasaurus, who's had enough and says this might be it. As we have just passed the 5-minute mark, Luchasaurus with a vicious clothesline. And a huge choke slam center of the ring. Into the cover. 1, 2. Almost puts Drew down and spoils his debut. Oh, tail whip from Luchasaurus, who's feeling it. Oh, big chin crusher there from McIntyre, trying to slow the momentum of the big old dinosaur. Whips Luchasaurus into the corner, but doesn't have time to follow up. Follows up this time, though, with a suplex that takes Luchasaurus to the outside, and a reminder there are no countouts or DQs outside of the GWA ring. Bit of cat and mouse there played by Luchasaurus. Doesn't end up paying dividends as Drew McIntyre is able to maneuver him for that backbreaker in the center of the ring. Oh, falls up with a huge throwing belly to belly. What power from the huge Scotsman. Oh dear. Oh, I thought he might have suplexed him out of the ring once more, but just against the ropes that time. Another huge clothesline from Luchasaurus. Trying to maintain their offensive momentum here, but you can see that it's starting to weigh on them. Another huge choke slam into the moonsault cover. He's got his foot on the ropes, ref. Oh, but Drew still kicks out at 2, despite the nefarious tactics of a Luchasaurus.
Ooh-woo!
Hey, Uwo. Nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for announcing yourself every time you show up. Another huge choke slam, this time smartly dragging away from the ropes into the cover. 2, 3, that is it. Drew McIntyre not even getting out of the blocks in his debut. Put down by GWA roster member Luchasaurus. Making a statement. Very interesting there. Actually kind of crappy. That's going to be a terrible score. Yeah, only a 73%. Wow. All right. Drew McIntyre not at all impressive in their debut. Luchasaurus dominant on the other side of things. Back to the drawing board for our newest signee. But the hits just keep on coming. Yeah, they got squashed. That was pretty much a squash. Once he hit that first choke slam, despite you saw Drew trying to work the arm early to take away the effectiveness of it, once he hit that first choke slam, like his first really big piece of signature offense, it was all Luchasaurus from there, and Drew was just kind of hanging on. All right, coming up next, this thing's got to keep on rolling. We have a defense of the Freelance Championship. Penta El Cero M is defending the title and representing Demon Club while they do it to face Walter of Dragon Dojo. Let's get down to the ring. We're going to see some more Demon Club versus Dragon Dojo in our main event as GWA champion Daniel Bryan, leader of the Dragon Dojo, will be taking on the leader of the Demon Club, Finn Balor. Some earlier action. These gentlemen were involved in a tag team matchup in last month's all cage match pay-per-view that featured the stars of Impact Wrestling here in the GWA. What a disaster that was for the fans, but it was still a 65,000 strong sellout. So, not rave reviews for the quality of the pay-per-view, but the matches were okay. They were just like the matches normally are, and that the crowd normally like really pops for. But because it was in a cage, low ratings all around. Anyway, not to do any disjustice or misjustice. The match in front of us, Penta El Cero M. No stranger to gold in their tenure in the GWA. This is their 5th or 6th turn with singles gold for sure. Here, the freelance heavyweight champion. They earned a right to become the #1 contendership to this championship in one of our patented 6-person strange bedfellow #1 contender tag team matches. We're going to see 2 of those on the card today. I can't quite remember whom they unseated for the freelance championship, but they have defended it amicably and admirably since that time. Walter, of course, the Iron Golem of the GWA. Not the fanciest offense in the world, but he hits you as hard as he possibly can every single time he hits you. We'll be looking to put Penta down before the 10 to 12 minute mark, where he kind of finds his 2nd or 3rd win, does Penta, and usually wraps up his opponents in around that time when he's on the winning end of things. Penta just trying to slow the big man down. Nice suplex there from the freelance champion. So speaking Walter's language there, their basic wrestling offense. This now has Penta set up in the corner, but Penta trying to fight his way free. Walter trying to batter him back into that turnbuckle. And Penta rocking and rolling here. Champion has looked impressive in the first 5 minutes. We be about to witness another squash. Oh dear, as Walter folds Penta up into a Penta driver. Penta trying to go home very early. Sorry, that was a Hurricane driver. Penta driver is more of a small package variation, it looks like, at least to me. Oh, you see Walter going to work, as we said, not the fanciest offense in the world, and gets himself caught up in a victory roll. Let's get a 2 count there. Penta likes to go home in the 10 to 12 minute mark, as we said. Gives it everything they have until that point. Walter may be looking to wear the champion down and just hang in there until he can get into what is essentially overtime for a Penta match. Huge boot to the chest in the corner. Into the cover from Walter. Solid 2 count there, but the kick out from Penta. Right back to the attack goes the champion. Keep Walter. Oh, on their heels. Neck crank suplex. Ouch. That looked painful from here. Oh, into the Gojira clutch. But unfortunately too close to the ropes. Mr. Bigfoot's going to have to break that into another. Oh, I thought he was going to do a hurricane driver again, but that was gut check time for Walter. And now, trying to work on the midsection. Off the ropes he sends him. Oh, ducks. The sling blade does Walter. Now just bodying Penta into the corner. Takes a little time to catch his breath. Not quite all of it, though. Oh, gut check time once more. Penta sees a weakness. 2. Almost puts Walter down again. Penta applying the pressure with a huge sling blade into another cover. Almost again. Walter on fumes. A desperation neck crank suplex. Penta able to shrug it off. And now he hits the package pile driver. At the 10-minute mark, we talked about it, 10 to 12 minutes. That's all it takes. Oh, and Walter kicks out again. Penta puts him right back down with the right hand. Penta looking to finish Walter off in a hurry. Knows he's got him reeling. Huge headbutt from Walter drops the champ. Allows him once again to catch his breath. Oh, and he just boots him to the canvas that time. Walter having none of it. Just chops Penta to the canvas. As we said, basic offense from Walter, but he hits you with everything he has every time. Oh, huge missile drop kick to the back of Walter, sending him face first, crashing into the canvas. Now Penta maneuvers him to the middle of the ring. That's butterfly suplex by Walter. Challenger's starting to wake up, it seems. Oh, huge powerbomb upcoming. Folds him up. 2. Oh, almost puts Penta down. We're past the 12-minute mark now, so this is essentially, as we've said, overtime for Penta. Hurricane driver, but too close to the ropes. You see Walter had his 1 foot on the bottom rope there. Sasquatch had to break the pin. Oh, cracks his back for him. Both men down. Champ up first. Rolls over challenger Walter. 2, 3, got him! The work on the midsection throughout the matchup eventually paying dividends as Penta El Cero M able to successfully defend their title against Walter. Unable to summon the wind to kick out of that last pinfall attempt. In a barn burner that could have gone either way. Wowzers, that's a 5-star match right there. Boom, a successful title defense for Penta El Cero M. That's more like it. That's more like it. You see, take notes, Drew. That's what you've got to contend with. Speaking of contending, this is our first of 2 6-person Strange Bedfellow #1 contender tag team matches of the day. This one, let me check my notes, is to determine a contender to the GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion of the World, the most prestigious junior heavyweight championship in the GWA, currently held by Kushida. Now, the way these work is, there are 2 teams of randomly assigned wrestlers, one in the blue corner, one in the red. You obviously have to work together with your teammates to try to win the match. However, well, I mean, that gets you the winner's share of the purse for your team. However, the individual who scores the winning pinfall or submission also becomes the #1 contender to the junior championship and faces the champion next week right here in the show. So there is both a teamwork tag team element involved as well as an individual achievement element involved in each and every one of these Strange Bedfellow #1 contendership matches, and we couldn't be happier to bring them to you. They also give us the opportunity to pair up wrestlers we wouldn't normally see together based on being in other factions. They also give us the opportunity to have guests in. As you see, the masked individual in the ring right now is Black Tiger 7, in from All Japan Pro Wrestling, currently opposite Sami Callihan in the ring there. As you can see in the blue corner, also with Black Tiger 7, we saw Hikaru Shida there in the red, and their third partner looks to be, yes, it is indeed, the Ultimate Finesser Chris Bay of Impact Wrestling in real life. And Callahan's partners we'll get to you in 1 second. Once we get over to the red side of the ring, I believe one of them was Natalya, if I'm not mistaken. Part of our junior heavyweight roster. That's right, there are no gender divides. If you can fight, you can step into a GWA ring and contend for a title. The junior heavyweights can fight for both junior and heavyweight belts. Ah, I see. That is indeed Natalya. And representing Camp Firefly, the other partner on the red squad there in the black and purple, is Alex Zane. As we now see Hikaru Shida tagged in for the first time, I guess Chris Bay may be a little wary about going toe-to-toe with Natalya, even though she would have no compunction about striking Chris Bay right in the kisser. So now we have Hikaru Shida and Natalya one-on-one. Now remember, Shida's going to be trying to win things for the blue team, but also if she ends up being the victor and scores the pinfall or submission that ends this sucker, likewise, or does Natalya, or does any of the individuals in this matchup, that individual will be facing Kushida next month. So lots on the line here. Also the winner's share of the purse. So you're going to want to try to work together with your team to give your team the opportunity to win the match. As you see a nice tag out there to Alex Zane from Natalya. But there's also nice 450 splash. Way to introduce yourself to the matchup. And Chris Bay quickly there to break it up. Because as we said, you don't want the match to end unless you are one of the legal participants. But it still contains all the rigors of a normal 6-person tag, so you're going to have to tag your partners in and out. So, very layered psychology in this one. Not so much for Black Tiger 7, who I'm assuming is just going to do their best to try to win this thing, as they are guesting from All Japan for Wrestling, and wouldn't it be wild if an outside talent, the #1 contender for one of our titles, or indeed held the title, as we see Taka Michinoku in from New Japan for Wrestling later on this very day to defend a title formerly held in our possession. As you see a nice shooting star press pin attempt by Alex Zane, broken up by Chris Bay, who hasn't had a lot of success in singles or in these #1 contender tag matches as of late. Looking to make a statement is Chris Bay, but so far doing a lot of it from the apron. Let's see what they can do now that they're the legal participant in the ring for hopefully an extended period of time. Seem to have gotten over their worry of attacking Natalya. Has Chris Bay into the cover. No count, says senior official Mr. Bigfoot. It looks like Chris Bay was getting ready to tag out almost automatically there. But nope. Back to work as the Ultimate Finesser. I'll never forgive Chris Bay, and this is just a joke of mine, for not choosing the nickname Extra Tasty Chris Bay. But they are in IRL called the Ultimate Finesser Chris Bay, which to me just sounds like some sort of claim a shampoo would make. Natalya there, you saw with the Boston Crab. Wrong part of town as Shida's able to get in immediately to break it up. Now Natalya thinking better of things, tagging the Draw Sami Callihan back into action. Sami Callihan has a pretty solid win-loss record in the GWA, but hasn't quite reached the heights of regular title contendership. In fact, none of the participants in this matchup have. That's kind of the reason they were, well, not the reason they were randomly chosen, but the reason that they were stuck with randomly chosen. That we are happy to have all 6 of them randomly chosen. Because we like to see fresh competition challenge for our belts as often as possible. Callahan thinks he's got it in the bag here. Shida, that's a Falcon Arrow that says otherwise, but unfortunately, she's in the red corner. And that means that it's not that big of a deal for Sami Callihan's partners to come in and break up that pin. Nice Joshi style slam there from Shida, keeping control of the matchup and slowly working Sami into the blue corner to try to get a more advantageous pin or submission attempt, but Callahan, wise to that, just sort of exploder suplexes Shida away and gets Natalya back involved. Likewise, I think Shida just tagged Chris Bay there, yep. Bay and Natalya, another Falcon Arrow release this time from Natalya. Anything you can do, I can do just as viciously, says Natalya to Hikaru Shida. By way of her attack on Chris Bay, who hits a beautiful enziguri. Oh, but a discus lariat from Natalya ends that argument. Chris Bay now with a chin crusher. Trying to get back in control of things. Natty ducking that enziguri. Just a nice vicious punch to the midsection, dropping Bay there. As you can see, he's in the wrong part of town. Backdrop suplex from Natalya. Hard to get and maintain offensive momentum, especially in a multi-person tag match like this. As you can see, as soon as things start to go your way, your opponent can weasel their way to the corner and get a fresh person into the matchup, as we see fresh competitors on either side. And Black Tiger 7 immediately into a submission variation in the face of the red team. But Alex Zane able to survive long enough for their partners to come in and break that up. Interesting offense there to Black Tiger 7. I don't think anyone was expecting. Certainly the wild card in this one. Guesting in, as we said, from All Japan into a crossface. Holy moly. Black Tiger 7 came to play. Fully aware that the longer these matches wear on, the easier it becomes to get a submission victory, and back to the submission they go. Knowing that a lot is at stake here. Oh my God, Shining Wizard from Black Tiger, center of the ring, but Sami Callihan there to stop the count. Alex Zane running on fumes here. Good shoulder block to the canvas once more. Black Tiger themselves might be running on fumes, so they tag out to Hikaru Shida, but unfortunately that allows Alex Zane the chance to get Natalya back into the matchup. So Alex Zane can recover, and the red team can fight on. Oh, leg trip there from Natalya into the sharpshooter immediately. Great ring positioning here as you see Callihan and Zane running defense. Bay not helping, but Shida able to power out despite Chris Bay not helping their partner. Amazingly, and we fight on. Natalya sending Shida to the floor. Zane and Callihan in pursuit. Meanwhile in the ring, a double drop kick to Natalya from Black Tiger and Chris Bay. Interesting 2-on-1 matchups here. There are 2 gentlemen versus 1 female on either squad, both in and out of the ring. This is just how it worked out. Don't blame me for the optics. Oh, and Sami Callihan now grabs a baseball bat. Okay, that's a little too far there, Sami. I know there are no DQs or countouts once you're outside the ring and anything goes. There's Natalya there on the receiving end of punishment. Nope, able to fend off Chris Bay and Black Tiger at the moment. Oh, a Falcon arrow from Hikaru Shida to Alex Zane onto the baseball bat, but then she gets pile driven by Sami Callihan. We got to get some order here before this gets too far out of hand, as we've passed 20 minutes now on this one. There's still #1 contendership to be decided here. Let's not forget that, people. This is a wrestling match after all. As Shida now swinging wildly with a chair in the middle of the ring. She is incensed after the beating she took on the floor. As we calm things down with Alex Zane and Hikaru Shida. Alex Zane trying to head scissor takeover. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I thought that might have been the taco driver. Alex Zane pouring it on though. Shida able to scurry to the corner to get Black Tiger involved. My word. What an intense bout of action that was. We've settled things down finally to just 2 combatants in the ring. You see Black Tiger going to the legs there. I don't know the age of the combatant who is Black Tiger. It seems like they can get a couple of good moves in or a couple of good submission attempts, and then they tag out because they seem to be winded. Oh, back to the legs they go, though. Never a dumb move to attack your opponent's legs. Take out their base. A running victory roll. Does it! Black Tiger 7 in from All Japan Pro Wrestling becomes the #1 contender to the GWA Junior Championship. And Kushida, as you see, the other combatants in the match, not happy with the outcome at all. That a visitor has become #1 contender with a flying roll-up pin. Black Tiger 7. Cool. Well, happy to have you. Happy to have you. Okay. That was one of 2 #1 contendership matches we have on the card tonight. And we had 7 title matches, 2 #1 contender matches, and this dud of a singles debut. So we have done we're 2 title matches down, 5 to go. 1 more contendership matches. It's all title matches and contendership matches from here on out. And this, see, it's a 10-match card, and I try to book it 5 and 5. This would be leading into what would be, in real life, I would put a break here if I were actually booking the show. We're not going to take a break or anything like that. I just like to mention that, like, this would be my match leading into intermission. Taka Michinoku, in from New Japan Pro Wrestling, is in possession of the Stardom Junior Heavyweight Championship, a championship we have had in the GWA since Stardom folded in this wrestling universe, Stardom being a Joshi promotion in Japan. So, we have our contracted wrestler, Naomichi Marufuji, in to fight Taka Michinoku and try to bring the belt back to the GWA. Let's see if Naomichi Marufuji is successful in this battle of Japanese legends. And yes, I am tongue-in-cheekingly calling Taka Michinoku a Japanese legend, mind you. He's had like a 30-year career at this point, so you got to put a lot of respect on his name. As you see. Taka Michinoku, by the way, is an official edit that was approved by New Japan Pro Wrestling for realsies, because they've done a lot of download packs with Fire Pro Wrestling World, 2 or 3 New Japan ones for sure. They've done a couple of Stardom ones that add like real wrestlers as characters, and then in the case of New Japan, each edition also added a story mode. So I have all of it, obviously, because I'm a big fan of this franchise. So for the second half of the show, that's where what I'm talking about, where I say that we're going to do our New Japan career mode. They have like what they call Fighting Road, and we are back in New Japan after doing a foreign excursion trip. We are in the midst of, I believe, the New Japan Cup tournament in our career. So we're going to be, where the first half of the show, I just book the matches and commentate on them. The second half of each broadcast, when I do this wrestling show, is I play my character and do hang on, one count there quickly, I do my best to win my matches in career mode. Unfortunately, career mode is super easy even on hard, so I do my best to make the matches interesting on career mode. Much like Naomichi Marufuji is going to do his best to bring the Stardom Junior Championship back to the GWA. Punch to the ding-ding there from Taka. You see, he's not afraid to use low-down dirty tactics to keep that championship. In possession of the New Japan Pro Wrestling roster member is Taka, as he now goes to work on the arm and shoulder of Naomichi Marufuji, who kind of wears a bullseye by constantly having that tape on their shoulders. It is, especially on PC, the amount of customization you can put into this, sure, it's a wrestling game, but it also contains with it, normal wrestling matches. You can do cage matches, you can do cage death matches with, exploding things. They're not, super duper on, the weapons where you can put, people through tables or ladders or any of that, but you can, swing things and hit people with things type of stuff. You can also do boxing style matches. You can do, or boxing or kickboxing style matches. You can do UFC style matches inside of a dodecahedron or whatever they call it. It's not an octagon. So there's lots of different fighting styles you can do, and then layer on top of that the creation community, where you can literally think of a pop culture character or toy or fighting game character or real wrestler or celebrity or politician or completely made up fighter you can think of. You're likely to find it on the Steam Workshop. And that's no joke, especially if you look in the collections. Some people have put in a lot of work to literally create entire toy universes or video game franchises within this game. Especially since the Move Creator came out. Now the sky is the limit. You can literally create and map custom moves entirely to any character in the game. Just ridiculous stuff. Just like the action we are seeing before us, both men down. Taka back in control. Sets Marufuji up. Nice sliding. Oh, wow. What a kicking combo there out of Taka. Setting him up now. Boom. A big thrust kick to the face. Out of the corner. 2. Oh, Marufuji just able to roll that shoulder out. What a combo. What a combo. Well, work out of Taka there as we approach 10 minutes.
10 minutes gone.
Oh, huge brainbuster there. Sheer drop brainbuster from Michinoku. Marufuji fights his way back to his feet, but he saw he was dazed there. Now the two men content to slug it out, going chop for chop. Oh, side kick to the side of the head of Taka puts him down. But again, he's able to drop Marufuji with another brainbuster. Oh, mule kick. Fends Taka off for the moment. Taka will be looking for that Michinoku driver or that crossface he employs. Marufuji has the Shiranui he's used since the start of his career, but he's also adopted several versions of the Emerald Trojan or Tiger Driver. There's an Emerald Trojan variation right there. You saw him hook the leg, but Taka able to rush right through it into a Michinoku driver. Oh, and Marufuji kicks out. To the side of the head once more goes Marufuji. Both men pouring it on. Could go either way. I don't know if we're going to hit 20 minutes, let alone 15. Off the ropes, he sends Marufuji another spin kick to the face, daring his opponent to get up. Oh, sliding knee to the face this time. Hooks the leg deep. That'll do it. Taka Michinoku knocks him out. That was impressive. That was impressive. Taka Michinoku knocking him out with that sliding knee to retain the championship, as you can hear the crowd at a fever pitch. Another 90 plus. That's at least a 4-star match. Ba-boom! I mean, if you want to, I don't know, lose conversions. Crowd loved it. Anything above an 80, the crowd loves, and our current average rating is an 89. So we've had, other than this one glaring omission, we've had a real good show. I mean, we're going to have to, management is going to have a talk with Drew. We're going to put you in a couple tag matches to sort of get you used to the style, I guess, and then we're going to reintegrate you back into singles matches there, McIntyre. You've lost single match privileges. Okay, speaking of single match privileges, this all started a couple of months ago when we took Impact Wrestling on in five one-on-one matches for a best of 5 promotion versus promotion battle. We won that battle 3 matches to 2. In the main event of that show, AJ Styles, a GWA roster member for years now, captured the Impact Championship from then champion Rhino. Since that time, they have sent Tommy Dreamer last month, and this month, Petey Williams is here to face AJ Styles and try to win back the Impact Championship for their home promotion. Let me just do a quick save again because I'm real anal retentive about that. Drew absolutely needs to step up. I am sorely disappointed, especially for a guy whose finisher is he can literally do by like the character just needs to run and press a button. Like that's how easy it is to hit running offense in the game. You hit the run button and then hit the button to do the move. You would think the AI would have at least attempted a Claymore during that match. Anywho, that's in the past. The present is AJ Styles defending the Impact Championship against the innovator of the Canadian Destroyer, my least favorite move in wrestling, Petey Williams. AJ in the white tights, Petey Williams in the green and orange. Ducks the clothesline from AJ. These two no strangers to one another from their time in Impact Wrestling way back in the day. Some of the first pay-per-view offerings for the X Division title featured Petey Williams and AJ Styles way back in 2005. Petey was a proud member of Team Canada, and AJ Styles was quite frankly, the face of the company and should have remained so, despite all the other WWE talent joining the roster. Back and forth these two men go. You can tell the familiarity already. Nice DDT there from AJ Styles, slowing the momentum of Petey Williams in those strikes, at least for the moment. Backdrop, falls up with a knee. No wasted motion from the Phenomenal One. You can say that for the entire duration of their career. No wasted moment or motion in an AJ Styles match. Always very well aware of where they are and what they're doing at all times. Some of the best ring sense or ring presence ever in an athlete. And it makes it look easy. Makes what he does look easy, and it certainly is not. Same can be said for Petey Williams and their Canadian Destroyer, making it look easy, and it certainly defies physics and doesn't make any sense, so it certainly isn't. Gut check time for Petey Williams there. You saw him attempt a sharpshooter early to AJ Styles, but AJ able to fight out. Working into the corner now is, gets rolled up. Victory roll for AJ. Victory rolls are deadly here in the GWA. Titles have been won or lost. It looks like he was trying to set up there for a Styles clash. Petey Petey Williams able to fend him off, and now the two have spilled to the floor. Big suplex. There's just sort of gym mats down there on the concrete floor. Oh, and gut check time once again for Petey Williams. Across that knee again. On the concrete floor under those thin mats. Everything hits just a little bit harder when you're out there. And again, there are no DQs or countouts. So it's up to Petey Williams to get out of that calf crusher. And get out of it he does. Nice snap suplex there from little Petey Pump. Back and forth they go. AJ drops into that backbreaker, rolls back into the ring. Wants to settle this like gentlemen. Also takes some time to get his win back. Oh! Counter kick into a ding-ding by Petey. Might have been the move he needs to get advantage back on his side. Nice turning belly to belly, but AJ powers through. Petey pouring it on with some stomps in the corner, trying to take the wind away. Nice head scissor takeover. Positioning AJ in the center of the ring, missing with that spin kick though. Could have turned the tide back in favor of AJ. Ushi Garoshi. Back of the head across the knee. Petey again. Just exchanging moves with AJ here. Stemming the momentum when he can. Oh, another Ushi Garoshi. AJ going up top. Waiting for Petey to stand. Diving shoulder block. Just shoving Petey to the canvas, but he's up first. Surprisingly. Dropping AJ with another in a series of suplexes from Petey Williams. Chin crusher, trying to get him set up. Russian leg sweep. Works him back the other way. Trying to keep him away from the ropes. You don't want it too close to the ropes. If you manage to hit something good, you want to go for a pin. As you see AJ, they're smartly dragging away from the ropes. Allowing Petey Williams time to get back to his feet. Just exchanging blows to the head. Nice elbow combo there from AJ, who seems to think this is it. As we pass the 10-minute mark. Snapped over again with a beautiful head scissors by Petey, who says it's time for the Canadian Destroyer. Moves AJ into the corner. Oh, gets rolled up. Victory roll time once again. Got him. AJ Styles surprises Petey Williams with a victory roll. I had a feeling as he started to roll him up that, oh man, watch him lose right here. And there it is. Petey Williams looking for the Canadian Destroyer. Doesn't quite get it. And not the best match, especially when you consider it features AJ Styles. But he has once again defended the Impact Championship, which means next month we got to find somebody else to bring in here to try to take that title back to Impact Wrestling. Oh man. Yeah, the roll-up, the victory roll is very powerful in the GWA. Most roll-up attempts are. Okay, oh, all right. So, we have our second of two #1 contendership matches coming up. This is another Strange Bedfellows 6-person tag team matchup, as was the last one. So again, you're trying to help your team win, but individually, you're trying to be the person in the match to win it for your squad and also secure yourself the title match. This will crown a contender for Miro's Stardom Championship. So, Miro, who looked very impressive in that 6-person championship matchup at the beginning of the card. Unfortunately, his team was on the losing end of that match, or on the losing side of that one. Still has his Stardom Championship to defend next month, and we're going to determine a #1 contender for him very shortly. I can already tell you that Tetsuya Naito is on Team Blue and Asuka is on Team Red. Must be a real mix and match of folk. Let's get down to the ring. I book these like a week in advance, so I'm not entirely sure sometimes. Or sometimes I book them the night before and I still don't remember. So I'm not entirely sure who's on these squads. I can tell you that our referee is Mr. Bigfoot, because it always is. Oh, alright, so teaming with Tetsuya Naito on Team Blue, I see Sasha Banks with the purple hair, and Shane Taylor, for Ring of Honor talent in real life, is on Team Blue. Here, Shane Taylor is representing Los Ricos. And then on the other side, teaming with Asuka, that is Aleister Black in the silver, representing the Major League Grapplers. And yes, that's Brock Lesnar on the side of Asuka. What a couple of squads we have today. Shane Taylor, I should mention, for Team Blue, is famous for their breakout singles win in the GWA, coming at the expense of Brock Lesnar. Shane Taylor endured, I think, 3 F5s during that match and kicked out. So stronger than The Undertaker was Shane Taylor in that particular matchup. Those many moons ago that really put them on the match, or put them on the map, excuse me, here in the GWA. They won the GCW title at the time as well. Real breakout performance in that one. We're lured into the Los Ricos stable shortly thereafter, as you're going to now see a short reenaction of it. Hang on. Total elimination by Brock Lesnar and Aleister Black to Shane Taylor. And as we said, now you're going to see Brock Lesnar and Shane Taylor renewing that rivalry. This goes back years in the GWA. Shane Taylor getting the better of Brock there and tagging out to Sasha Banks. So now your legal combatants are Brock Lesnar and the boss, Sasha Banks. Remember, the winner of the pinfall or submission in this one is going to be the #1 contender to Miro's Stardom Championship. And we'll get that title shot next month. And that's right, we got a couple of junior heavyweights on each squad here. So these titles are fairly open weight. Fairly open weight as you see Asuka and Sasha Banks with an equal chance to win, one on each side here. Amazing how that works out in these randomly chosen matchups. Brock just bludgeoning Sasha at the moment. Oh, able to fend him off with a chin breaker there, and back to work goes Sasha Banks. Oh, Sasha might be going for the bank statement there. Something you can hit on any size opponent, to be quite honest, though I don't know how willing you will be to trade submission with Brock Lesnar with their MMA experience. Though I would consider them more of a striker. Both squads refresh, so we got Team Red being repped by Aleister Black, normally of Major League Grapplers, and there for Team Blue, Tetsuya Naito, New Japan Pro Wrestling mainstay in real life. This is another official edit that was commissioned by New Japan Pro Wrestling, so that's actually Tetsuya Naito's face and all that fun stuff. Actually their moves. They have all their signatures and finishes, obviously. We'll be looking for Destino, that flipping reverse DDT that he uses so well. Nice spinning capo kick aided by Sasha Banks there. Excellent teamwork out of Team Blue. I gotta say, nice quick tags. British fall by Tetsuya Naito. Setting Aleister Black up for a big Shane Taylor suplex out to the floor. And now Team Blue can really go to work. You see Asuka coming over to aid her partner, but Brock Lesnar content to sit on the apron. He knows that so long as he's not the legal combatant, there's really nothing on the line for him in particular, and so is content to stand there while the rest of his team is worn down, and worn down they are. As you see Aleister Black in the clutches of a bank statement there from Sasha Banks. Meanwhile, Asuka doing her best to fend off Shane Taylor. Oh my gosh, into the Asuka lock now. Ladies are doing just fine in this one. And this is going to continue, as we said, until we're back to the legal combatants in the ring. I believe it is Aleister Black and Tetsuya Naito. I could be wrong. Action fast and furious on the floor here. Meanwhile, again, Brock is content to hang out and watch. It does not affect his pay. I mean, he's not here for the money. He's here for the titles and the glory and the money involved there. Doesn't really care about the team payout. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Things are settling down. It is now, in fact, Shane Taylor and Aleister Black. Now we got Tetsuya Naito and Brock Lesnar in the ring opposite one another. Fun fact, they were tag team partners on the last show. Oh. Brock Lesnar thrown outside, but Asuka doing the smart thing and just holding Naito at bay, allowing Brock the time to get back into the ring and avoiding any sort of six-person fracas on the floor. Huge throwing German suplex from Brock. Heading off that on-ramp to Suplex City. Oh, Naito responds in kind with the bridge, but he's too close to the ropes there. An attempt must be broken up, but he's able to hit Destino on Brock Lesnar. Tags out to Shane Taylor quickly. Trying to pour it on while Brock Lesnar's reeling. Brock sending Shane Taylor off the ropes. Huge exploder suplex into the corner. What power from the Beast Incarnate. Oh gosh, follows it up with a beefy powerbomb to Shane Taylor. As we said, these two no strangers to one another. Brock Lesnar essentially toying with Shane Taylor for a little bit before tagging out to Asuka. Interesting strategy. Shane Taylor missing that diving headbutt off the top. Was confused as to who the legal fighter was. But was able to recover long enough to drag Asuka most of the way across the ring to the blue corner. It is advantageous to you to be on your side of the Burning Hammer logo in the middle of the ring so that your teammates can run interference and play defense for you. Unless, of course, you're in an Asuka lock and must tap out immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Taylor was not ready for Asuka, who now claims #1 contendership to Miro's Stardom Heavyweight Championship. Oh my goodness gracious me, what a fight that will be. What a surprise finish. But Asuka Lock does the trick. Now we have Asuka Lock versus Game Over next month, as it's going to be Asuka versus Miro for the Stardom Championship. Important to note that Miro won the belt from Roman Reigns because he was able to set the stipulations for his matchup. It was a submissions-only weapons cage match last month where Miro won the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns didn't have a submission move in their moveset, was struggling to find any way to win the match before eventually succumbing to a Game Over. This is going to be very interesting next month when it's submission fighter versus submission fighter. Very much looking forward to that. Much as I am looking forward to the GCW, the Game Changer Heavyweight Champion, Jack Howard, leader of the industry and the fourth and final original wrestler on our roster, will be defending that title against former GWA Heavyweight Champion Xavier Woods, who since going on a 4-month excursion to Japan has rocketed their way up the card and currently sees themselves in the upper mid as we are getting ready for our bevy of main events, beginning with, of course, Jack Howard and Xavier Woods. Let's get that save once more just to check. And back down to the ring. Jack Howard, the Hollywood hunk you will recognize as the large gentleman with the blonde mullet. Xavier Woods, of course, with the very colorful tights. As we said, former GWA champion Xavier Woods, beating Samoa Joe for the title at the time, before losing it to Daniel Bryan or Will Ospreay, something like that. That sounds right. No, I think it was Daniel Bryan for Xavier Woods. Jack Howard had the hubris of winning the GWA championship and then immediately challenging Will Ospreay and losing the belt to him. I feel that's how that went. No stranger to gold, though, as Jack Howard is bringing the Game Changer Championship to prominence. Despite losing it to Eddie Edwards for a brief period, he regained it last month in our all-cage match pay-per-view. Now, back to defending it against members of the GWA roster. An open contract is the Game Changer belt. Must be defended on all of our shows. Meanwhile, most of our other championships, we alternate because we have about 9 titles in that the GWA essentially looks after. Mostly from promotions, well, our own, like the GWA, the GWA Junior, the GWA Tag, and the GWA 6-person tag. That makes up 4 belts right there. And then the rest of our titles are from promotions that don't exist anymore, so we'll just take the titles and add them to our collection, type of deal. Pardon me as I hydrate. Oh, I got a thing for this, and I love this. It's my favorite thing, so I'm going to do this real quick during this match. There we go. Let me redeem hydrate real quick. Oh yes. All right. Hollywood hunk Jack Howard, one of the longest tenured, in fact, been here from the jump, from show number 1, one of our first and proudest GWA heavyweight champions, established the industry when he was tired of all these real-life wrestlers coming into his game and claiming to be the standard bearers for the industry. Formed the industry with solely, at the time, solely created wrestlers, like solely fictional wrestlers, in an effort to band like-minded individuals to his cause and use them to help them rank up and rise to the top of the very industry they profess to already be at the top of. We saw earlier tonight his cohorts winning the 6-person belts, essentially establishing themselves as the most dominant stable in our league. We'll see if he can hang on to his Game Changer Championship against Xavier Woods here. who, as we said, went on that excursion to Japan and significantly upped their striking game. As you see that Tenryu-style back elbow off the top to the midsection of Jack Howard, almost did the trick. Stiff drop kick now to the midsection.
1, 2.
Also another solid 2 count there for Xavier Woods. Steady as she goes as Xavier Woods here, working on Hollywood Hunk, Jack Howard. These two I don't think have really faced off in a singles match before. As you see, Xavier Woods, sort of a jack-of-all-trades, master of none, has, as we said, significantly improved the quality of their strike game with that excursion to Japan. Makes more use of a palm strike than they used to. Has that back elbow off the top. Will be looking to finish their opponent with a Shining Wizard. Will Xavier Woods. Meanwhile, Hollywood Hunk Jack Howard uses that devastating package pile driver as their primary finish, but has a number of weapons in their arsenal, including a bridged butterfly suplex. Hang on, pin attempt here. Oh, Jack Howard almost put down just like that as we approach the 10-minute mark. Champion's got to get going here. Xavier Woods is pouring it on, making steady work. Another big back elbow to the back this time. Seizing up those back muscles makes it incredibly difficult to kick out. Jack Howard barely able to accomplish that. Another back elbow from Xavier Woods, this time to the midsection again, trying to seize up the torso, the core of Jack Howard to make it impossible for him to pop his shoulders off that mat without get rid of as much assistance from the body as possible. Make it more and more difficult for Jack Howard to get that shoulder up. Now dragging him back to the corner. Oh, I thought he might be going back up the ropes once more. There, those palm strikes we talked about in rapid succession that time. Another big missile dropkick. Jack Howard has not had an offensive move in the past 5 minutes of this matchup. It has been all Xavier Woods. That was an attempt at that butterfly suplex. Countered by Woods. Another back elbow off the top. Dragging Howard away from the ropes. This'll do it. This should do it. 2. No, Jack Howard at it 2. Oh, just bowls Woods over. You can see Woods there trying to catch his breath. Off the ropes once more. Huge pump kick to the face of Woods. Howard's starting to wake up here. Up top he goes. Oh, a diving elbow of his own to the chest of Xavier Woods. Woods sends him off the ropes. Again gets bowled over. Woods now just grabs him in a headlock and muscles him into the blue corner. Back elbow to the small of the back once more, seizing up those muscles. 1, 2, 3. Xavier Woods. That's right, able to flip off the top as many times as it took to crown a new GCW champion. Xavier Woods. Gotta have the best one-loss record in recent memory. After losing the title, this is his first attempt at earning a championship. Not the most fancy match of all, but stuck to a solid strategy of seizing up the back and chest muscles of Hollywood Hunk Jack Howard, who I believe maybe have underestimated Xavier Woods in that matchup. And another win some, lose some night for the industry as they claim the title of best stable, quote unquote, by winning the 6-person belts earlier on in the night. And now we see their leader Jack Howard drop the GCW belt to Xavier Woods. Anyway, we got some guests in tonight as IWGP champion. I know it says New Japan Heavyweight Champion, but technically the belt that's in New Japan is the IWGP Championships. So the IWGP champion, Mr. Brody Lee, who is a freelance talent, doesn't belong to any promotion, is in for the night to defend the IWGP championship against New Japan talent Hiroshi Tanahashi. That's right, the ace of New Japan is here to try to win the IWGP title back from Brody Lee and take it back to their league. Okay, let's save it again because I just can't help myself. And get down to the ring. This is 2 guests. We have a really good relationship with New Japan, so that's why they came here and stuff. So we're trying to do them a favor and get the title off of Brody Lee so that they can have their belt back and their company can flourish. Nothing against Brody Lee, obviously. They won the title against Jay Lethal on the show that we did shortly after their passing. So it was a beautiful moment in the history of our broadcasting here. But they wouldn't want to be champ forever. Oh gosh, as you see Mr. Bigfoot knocked down there. Poor thing. they're going to be busted open, and that might impact their ability to call for pinfalls or submissions. But as you should see shortly, they have a little bit of a cut, but we will address that between matches. They're okay to keep refereeing this match. Anywho, we can't have the IWGP Championship lie dormant forever because, as we said, Brody Lee is a freelance talent in this game, so he could technically bring it everywhere, and they don't get hired that often, to be honest, other than like when I do it. So we're giving New Japan the opportunity to get their belt back as we are playing promotion mode on easy. We are counting down. Oh, nice spinning, nice rolling senton off the top there from Tanahashi. I thought he might be going for high fly flow very early in the matchup, but such is not the case. Able to counter that suplex is the ace of New Japan. Been on top of the game for, geez, over a decade now. Nice slow drop kick out of the corner. I gotta steal that for the great Googly Moogly. Hup. Ooh. I had a train of thought I was on before I started actually calling the match. Totally forgot what it was. That's alright. These things happen. It's great, it's great. Oh yes, I was discussing, this is I think August of our 7th year. Hang on, the rolling senton off the top. See, every time I try to talk about this, he hits that rolling senton off the top. At the end of the 7th year, or at the beginning of the 7th year, I can't remember which one it was, but at the end of whatever current calendar year we're doing in this universe. Hang on, submission attempt here. Easily powered out by Brody Lee. We are going to reset. Oh my God! What a slap! We are going to reset the universe, so to speak. And we're going to give all of the real-life promotions more wrestlers. We're going to make it more difficult for us to become the biggest promotion in the world because we have been for years in our wrestling landscape now, and it's kind of boring. So we're going to try to make it harder to get to the top. And also to feature more real wrestlers because there will be more of them in general in the world. Huge Falcon Arrow release there. Brody Lee doing the deal. Tanahashi also looking impressive as challenger here, now locking Brody Lee into a crossface.
Give up.
Trying to wear Mr. Brody Lee down. Claim that IWGP belt, bring it back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Oh, just bowls Brody Lee over, does Tanahashi, after he's sent off the ropes. Tanahashi will be looking for that that high fly flow, that, I was going to say 5-star, but that frog splash that he hits. Brody Lee, of course, has that dark discus lariat. Ooh. Oh, ripcord into kind of a nothing there from Brody Lee. Boom, into a big side slam off the ropes. Once more. Oh, huge jumping forearm to the side of Brody Lee's face from Tanahashi. But unable to follow it up with anything significant. Brody Lee trying to fight him off now. There's a big clothesline from the IWGP champ. Dragon screw leg whip from Tanahashi. Trying to take the legs out from underneath the big man. You can see he's sucking wind if he stops moving. Another low drop kick. Tanahashi going back to work on those legs. There's the high fly flow, but to the back. Pulls him away from the ropes. He's got to roll him over for the cover. Unable to do so. Brody back to his feet. Just drops Tanahashi with a big lariat. You can see the match is starting to wear on Brody Lee there. As once he released Tanahashi, he couldn't follow it up with anything. Too winded is Mr. Brody Lee. Trying to finish Tana real quick. Huge lariat. Flips him inside out. And then falls over the huge butterfly suplex. Able to catch a bit of breath there. Brody Lee trying to get back in the swing of things. The cat and mouse played by Tanahashi there. Trying to keep Brody Lee positioned close to the turnbuckle so he can, at a moment's notice, hit that high fly flow. Oh my gosh! Turns him inside out with that huge lariat combo there, does Brody Lee. Oh, but Tanahashi able to fight off with that spinning neckbreaker variation. Tries to roll Brody up, but we're outside the ring here, pal. That's no good. Oh, Brody Lee now with a chair. As we mentioned, there are no DQs or countouts outside of a GWA ring. Brody Lee taking full advantage by grabbing that steel chair. Now a big doctor bomb onto the chair as well. Oh, Tanahashi spikes him with a falcon arrow on the chair. What's good for the goose is good for Mr. Brody Gander. Sends him off the ropes. Poor timing there, both men down as we approach 15 minutes gone in this championship contest. IWGP title on the line. Champion Brody Lee bashing challenger Tanahashi in the corner. Huge doctor bomb. This can do it. Out at 2 is Tanahashi. Slapping Brody Lee to the canvas. Sends him opposite corner. Gets him set up on the turnbuckle now. Oh, dragon screw off the second rope. Into a Texas cloverleaf, and that'll do it! Tanahashi had been working the legs all match. And he's able to return the IWGP title back to New Japan. Awesome. Thanks, Brody. That was great. Woo! All right. So that helps that league get their belt back. What a match that was! Another 5-star classic. And that all leads to this. Our main event of the GWA portion of our broadcast for the GWA Heavyweight Championship of the world. That's right. The most prestigious belt in the gnarly wrestling aisle. Daniel Bryan, leader of the Dragon Dojo and GWA champion, puts that belt on the line against the leader of the Demon Club, the Demon himself, Finn Balor. Let us delay no longer. Here we are in our main event. Oh my gosh, Finn Balor in full demon makeup. Against Daniel Bryan in their fuzzy booted WrestleMania attire. Finn Balor busted out the demon body paint. You know that's for serious when he does that. Looking to claim his first GWA championship. Meanwhile, Daniel Bryan is a multi-time. I think this is his 4th reign of the GWA belt. Hasn't had a long reign in any of his tenures. Looking to establish himself as the dominant and best GWA champion in history is Daniel Bryan. Currently, I would say that honor might belong to either a Jack Howard or a Roman Reigns, who both had very significant runs with the title. Can't seem to keep a single champion at the top of the GWA mountain for very long over the course of our 6+ years here. Back and forth they go. Finn Balor getting the better of Daniel Bryan with that early strike exchange. Daniel Bryan, of course, will be hitting a lot of mid kicks, trying to steal the oxygen from his opponent, trying to wear them down, get them down to the canvas so we can lock on that yes lock. Or failing that, he's got that knockout knee that he can hit you off the ropes with, that knee shot to the side of the head that'll put your lights out. Finn Balor, of course, hang on. Nice buzzsaw kick to the side of the head of Finn Balor, who will be looking for that coup de grace double stomp off the top with that 1916 elevated DDT.
Give up.
Nice leg lace there from Finn Balor. I don't know how wise it is to trade submission moves with a Daniel Bryan, though. Ooh, missing it wildly with the back fist there is Finn Balor. As we said, here it is here in full demon regalia. Nice sling blade there off the ropes. 2 in a row there for Finn. Looking to, as we said, claim their first GWA championship. Elevated DDT, not quite the 1916, but certainly an elevated version of the DDT there. Finn Balor on a roll now. Daniel Bryan reeling. Caught again into that leg lace, but again... Oh, I was going to say he was backed up too far to the ropes, but he is just far enough away, positioning himself between Daniel Bryan and the ropes. Daniel Bryan having to fight his way out of that. And now what? Oh my gosh! John Woo dropkick almost all the way across the ring. Flies Daniel Bryan, who just grabs onto any part of Finn Balor there. Attempts a small package. Daniel Bryan running on fumes here. He's got to get something going as we approach 7 minutes. Just muscling Finn Balor to the center of the ring. Got to do something to change his fortunes. Hoping to start things off with that enziguri, but Finn Balor's up quickly. Drops Daniel Bryan right back down to the canvas. Challenger's starting to pull ahead in this one. Leg drop suplex, or leg grab, backdrop suplex by Daniel Bryan, but Finn Balor, you can see, up quickly, able to drop the champ again with a DDT. Of course, everyone knows history of neck and head problems. Daniel Bryan. Nice diving clothesline off the ropes. That isn't to say that the fight is over for the champion. We've all witnessed the resilience of Daniel Bryan, but he dodges that knee. Finn Balor dodging that knee into a 1916! Into the cover! 1, 2! No, Daniel Bryan out of 2. Light's starting to dim, though. Things are starting to fade for the champion. Gotta get something going here. We saw champion in the last match take their challenger too lightly, and I don't believe Daniel Bryan has, but Finn Balor, the demon Finn Balor, has come out in full force in this one. Boom! Big knee across the gut of Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan trying to fight his way back into this with those kicks. Oh! Knife edge chop, drops him, coup de grace to the chest! Hooks to leg, 1, 2! No! Daniel Bryan just kicks out! Buzzsaw kick to the side of the head of the demon. Daniel Bryan is rocking and reeling. Too close to the ropes there. Back to the midsection he goes. Bryan's got to come up with something here. In a hurry. We're barely past the 10-minute mark, and this has been mostly Finn. Oh, another spinning back fist. Another spinning back chop, excuse me. Yes kicks from Daniel Bryan. Oh, attempting a sort of suplex there, countered by Finn into another DDT. Now able to counter that kick into a dragon screw. Finn looking to position him for something to finish him off. Suplexing him toward the ropes. Again, trying to get him, can't quite get him positioned where he wants him. Daniel Bryan somewhat fighting it. Finn Balor, maybe some of the paint's getting in his eyes. Daniel Bryan able to fight back. Yes lock! Dropped into the mat, locked on a yes lock!
Give up. Give up.
Finn Balor able to fight his way free. Oh, back to the midsection of Bryan. We saw him work on it with that coup. Oh my gosh! Running missile dropkick off the ropes. What a move! 1, 2, 3! Finn Balor! Boom! And we have a new GWA champion. What a move! That running, leaping missile dropkick. Ran up the turnbuckle, spun in midair, caught him in the back, knocked him smooth out with that rebound missile dropkick. Finn Balor, the new GWA champion. Don't call it a comeback, because Daniel Bryan faded at the last moment. Holy moly. A fairly dominant match from Finn, but still one that got almost perfect, which is crazy. So, there we go. Overall, 89% customer satisfaction on the show. We have a capacity crowd of 65,000 plus. Now let's see what shakes out from this one. We have some new #1 contenders. We have lots of new champions. We had 7 title matches, and we crowned 4 new champions. Wait, 1, 2, yeah, we crowned 4 new champions. Finn has won the GWA belt. Hiroshi Tanahashi has won the New Japan belt. Xavier Woods has won the Game Changer belt. Yep, we have a new 6-person champions. All of that happened in front of 71,000, almost 72,000 people. Whew! At $100 a ticket, by the way, we just made $7 million. Oh, Nick Jackson won the AEW Junior belt. These usually go by way too quickly. Got some new champions in other leagues. Looks like Sonata won the ROH tag belt with somebody. Suicide, Austin, and Tommy Dreamer are the Impact 6-person champions, it looks like. Oh, yeah, we made about $7 million that week, or that month. Year 6, August, so we have September, October, November. We only have four more weeks of GWA left before I reboot the franchise. DDT is interested in working with us. That's it. All right, here's where people usually come out of the woodwork and ask me for more money or et cetera, et cetera. Oh, I think we found Dana Brooke. The scouts have discovered the talent Dana Brooke. Okay, so Daichi Hashimoto wants a raise. Usually there's a huge list of people. So let me start writing them down. Daichi, anybody else? Bronson Reed wants a raise. No problem. Anybody else? Darby Allin wants a raise. No problem. Oh, and then we just got a boost in Japan, probably from all the Japanese talent we featured in the last show. Man, I gotta bring... No, Taka retained, eh? Yeah, I gotta bring somebody in to beat Taka. I gotta bring Taka in, and I gotta get somebody to beat Taka. Oh, Kento Miyahara from All Japan wants to come in. Hot diggity dang, yes please. I'm gonna put Kento Miyahara versus Drew McIntyre, and they better put on a good match. That's their last chance. Alright, so we booked our stuff. What I like to do first is let's do our consultations with our talent that want raises so we can get that out of the way right away. What's up, buddy? Let's change your salary. You're only making $2,000 a month, like $3,000 a month. Here, have 4. There you go. Daichi got their raise. Bronson Reed is in Demon Club. Let's give them a raise. I hope they're not sharing with each other how much they're making, because there's a lot of strange disparities here and there. Okay, Camp Firefly, Darby Allin is making, oh my gosh, criminally underpaid. Here you go. Here you go, bud. Alright, so those are the raises we needed to take care of. Let us also... Oh, hang on. Put another scout out here. Let's do Showman. Let's do America. Let's do a month. Or sorry, a year, and let's send you out scouting. So, okay, a scout has been sent out. And our training center, I like to do all the repairs and stuff before I save. Okay, let's do all the repairs, our monthly maintenance on our training facilities. Let's call it our performance center, if you will. So, this one mode is Fire Promoter mode. This is just one, this is like, it's an a la carte add-on, and it says if you were going to call it DLC or however you want to reference those things. It is an add-on to Fire Pro Wrestling World. It is the basis of the first half of my shows most of the time, or first half of my broadcasts most week. This is where as you can see, there is a training center I need to manage. Let me check this. There is merchandise I need to produce each month that we can hopefully sell out on. We have currently some sponsorship contracts. You can see these advertisements around the ring on like the turnbuckles and the Burning Hammer logo across like the canvas. We have a broadcast contract, so we have like at least national television coverage. We can form relationships with other promotions. We can scout people. We can offer contracts. But just to give you an idea, there's a lot of free agents because I didn't set it up properly. So there's a lot of people that didn't end up in any with a promotion that should probably just be with their native promotion. But in terms of native promotions, this world, yeah, it's like the GM mode of the WWE games taken to the nth degree. Because like literally, you can have like the only limitations they give you are essentially like you can choose the difficulty level and you can choose how many promotions overall you want in your wrestling universe. So we have, I think, like we started with 16, but we are the GWA as one, like a startup promotion. But if I wanted to, I could have played as, for example, the WWE, New Japan, AEW, NXT. I made a separate thing. DDT, which is a Japanese promotion, Ring of Honor, Dragon Gate, another Japanese promotion, All Japan Pro Wrestling Noah, Impact Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, Major League Wrestling, and then I have my free agents. And we had a couple of other promotions as well that have unfortunately folded within the universe. So what I'm going to do, because this was just sort of a trial run, our first sort of test of Fire Promoter, and like we're playing on easy, and as you can see by our assets and stuff like that, we're doing okay 6 years in. Our assets. I always forget that the cam is backwards and I'm pointing to the screen where I need to be pointing over there. Our assets and stuff, we're doing okay. So what I'm going to do at the end of this calendar year in-game is reset everything and give all of the actual in-world promotions half their roster instead of, I think I maxed them out at like 20 characters or something like that each. I'm going to give them half their roster, and then the other half of the roster will make up the free agent pool, and also a lot of talent is hidden behind this scouting thing where you have to go to different areas. You have to send people to different areas to look for different types of wrestlers to try to find people that fit your style. And then it's all also dependent on your training center, for example. Like your scouting might get better based on your stuff there, etc., etc. Anyway, it all plays together to try to make you the best wrestling promotion in the world. Now, if I look at our promotion stats in terms of popularity, we are AP or A, B, D, and D. That means in America, yeah, okay, they have the words there. So we are in America, we're pretty good. Japan, we're okay, and then we haven't toured Latin America or Europe hardly at all. But if you look at the bottom rank there that says previous rank, that means last year we were the #1 promotion in the world. And you can also see our relationship statuses here. You can form relationships with people, or you can do what I did and like steal talent and be a real dick to a lot of the other American promotions. So like WWE hates us, AEW hates us, NXT hates us, Ring of Honor hates us. Everybody else we're trying to be super friendly with and freely exchanging talent with. So we have a couple of different like philosophies we're going to put into practice when we reboot as well, because we're going to make it more difficult, but we're going to try to like run a more honest campaign, if that makes sense, at the same time. So okay, having done the maintenance, having done my human resource meetings and given people that need raises, I can safely save and finally exit Fire Promoter mode. I need to make a note that Miyahara is going to be in from All Japan, so just click this back together. All right, so that does my booking portion of the show. Now we go to Fighting Road, which we have. We completed the junior heavyweight campaign already. We are in the midst of a heavyweight campaign. So let us get. Hang on one second, this stupid glove. Let's load that data. All right. We are back in the main unit. Unfortunately, I was hoping that we'd be into LIJ, but the New Japan Cup Spring G... What? The New Japan Cup Spring G1 is a grueling singles tourney. The New Japan Cup Spring G1. That's a weird translation, but we're just in the New Japan Cup. Is a grueling singles tourney whose winner earns the right to challenge the title holder. Past winners include Okada, Naito, Goto, Shibata, Tanahashi, the promotion's current crop of top talent. In and amongst them shall be the great Googly Moogly. If only I could go too. What's up, Togi Makabe? Listen up, you. I may not be going to the event, but guess who is? You! What? What do you mean? No one called me in and no one would, at least not yet. Look, says Togi. He hands you the tournament brackets. You look with the mixture of excitement and dread. So here we are. Here we are in a tournament. My name is on the roster. In this pre-prepared graphic. So Tanahashi will be facing Evil in the first round. I shall be facing Tamatonga. Michael Elgin, whose name they spelled incorrectly, will be taking on Bad Luck Fale. Toru Yano will be taking on... Oh wait, I'm taking on Tongaloa, excuse me. Toru Yano will be taking on Tamatonga. And the other half of the bracket, Katsuya Shibata will be taking on Minoru Suzuki. Juice Robinson will be facing Yuji Nagata. Tomohiro Ishii will be facing Kenny Omega, and Yoshihashi versus Sanada. Very interesting lineup in this one. My name. Wow, I'm in the New Japan Cup. Oh boy, I can't wait to completely destroy the competition. After Honma had to drop out due to injury, by the way, due to injury, there was an open slot. Kokeshi's going to be out of the ring for a while recovering. That's when I decided that the best wrestler to represent him in the ring would be you. Oh, that's so nice of you. Do you really think I should? If I say it's okay, it's okay. And I say it's okay. More than that, you're a great fit for that spot in the ring. Oh, here's Hiroshi Tanahashi. Did you know you just won the IWGP belt back from Brody Lee in the GWA? Wasn't that cool? You and I will be in the same bracket, so if we each win our first matches, you and I will face off in round 2. Ooh, really? Whoa. Now you better make Kokeshi proud. Don't, and I'll personally make sure you regret it with my famous spider suplex and King Kong knee drop. Alright, that's very specific about how I will be punished, but sure. Sir, yes sir. Wow, I've only been in the ring with the main unit for a couple of months, and I've already got a huge opportunity. I guess Tanahashi was right. This is going to be a defining moment in my wrestling career. I've got to make it count. Oh, ding-a-ling-a-wingo, the phone does ring. Hello? Oh, it's Honma. I can tell by the cursing. Sounds like he's congratulating me on my spot for the New Japan Cup, but you can't tell because Tomoaki Honma sounds like legit. They sound like when they're speaking Japanese. Of course I'll do my best. I'm going to do better than I ever have before. I might even put you to shame. After all the support Makabe and Homie have given me, I don't have any choice but to take this tourney. Let's do it for Great Bash Heel. Togi Makabe and Tomoyaki Honda. Oh, here we go. Oh, do I skip the other ones? I guess I continue to match. Okay. Alright, there I am. The Great Googly Moogly. In my spooky mask and so on and so forth against Tongaloa. Let me just double check. Okay, so this. Com level 4. I have been playing Fire Pro games since since I became like really aware that they were Fire Pro games in like the late 90s when they were putting out Super Nintendo titles and I could like emulate the Super Nintendo on my computer and stuff like that. So CPU level 4 ain't no thing. Like I can mop the floor with anybody. What I'm doing to sort of counteract that is not training my wrestler as much as I normally would be to not make them an unstoppable monster. So I'm going to do my best to make this a competitive matchup, but don't be surprised if from here on out it's just a series of googly moogly squashes, because it's me in here finally controlling a character. Get away! And I have all my moves mapped out and memorized. Like I customized my dude on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Get away! Back it up! Oh. I do mysterious style with junior counters. Oh, he bowled me over. So I'm sort of trying to emulate that strangely mysterious style of like, you know, your Great Mutas or your Yoshihiro Tajiri's. Sonata briefly as well. Adopted a persona, something like this, the Great Sonata. Whoa! No good. No good on that. There we go, big body slam. Now we're in control. Boom! Foot right to the ding-dong. Googly Moogly don't care. Googly Moogly will cheat all the time. Into a Cobra Twist. Oh! Easily broken up. By Tongaloa, one half of GOD, the Gorillas of Destiny. Boom! Big shot in the corner. Alright, he's got him in position. Oh no, he does not have him in position. Oof. Oh, big move, big move. Nope. That's not gonna do it either. You silly fool. That's a stand-up move. Getting frustrated is Moogly. In comes the chair. What a cheater. What a cheater. Back to the Cobra Twist. Let's slow things down. See, he hasn't really gotten anything on me. I'm just sort of... Oh, there we go. Anything that's actually happened unfortunate to my character has been a result of a counter, essentially. Googly Saw! Oh, he missed it. That would have been it. Into the cover. Plants him in position for the Googly Saw. Googly Saw, excuse me. Oh, he kicks out. Just. See the crowd in disbelief. Sends him off the ropes once more. Just cranks him in the head with a chair. Moogly don't care. Meow. Oh gosh. Boom! Signature Moogly offense. Including this. Holds for the cover. Oh, out of two. Moogly Saw! What a combo! What a combo! Oh, I kicked out. I do what I want. Yeah, big heads as a takeover. Into the corner. Moogly salt. This should do it. This should do it. Oh, he kicked out again! My word. Oh yeah, I mean to, I should swap my... Yeah, I gotta swap my, left, right, strong, and up, down, or my down strong moves so that they match. Get up, you fool. John moves him across the ring! Moogly salt! 1, 2, 3! There we go. See, they didn't really get any offense in on me. I just toyed with them until I hit my Moogly salt. I mean, until I hit that final Moogly salt. See, I only got like a 65. Not the best matches. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of squash matches, unfortunately. See, these training points and stuff I'm doing, I'm not going to bother doing any more training, because otherwise I'm just going to be way too tough. Way too tough. Against all odds, you managed to defeat... I also love the text afterwards. Against all odds, you managed to defeat Tongaloa in the first round of the New Japan Cup. The crowd has clearly warmed to you. Moogly moogly! They haven't seen anything yet. The encouragement I've gotten from Hanma and my main unit teammates is going to carry me all the way to victory. I shouldn't harp on that. I believe this was, translated by people for whom English is a second language. Soon, Tanahashi and Evil face off for what will be an epic clash. Evil seems to be in the zone and would make for a pretty tough opponent, but if Tanahashi wins, I'll have to face him in the next round. If so, we'll be able to stand in the ring together and shout, "We love pro wrestling!" just like we always wanted to. Seems like a very strange dream, but you do you. The crowd cheers loudly. Looks like Tanahashi's match is starting. Yeah, go Tanahashi, you've got to win so we can face off in the ring together. Wonder what happens. Ding, ding, ding. Tanahashi put up a great fight, but at the end, Evil sealed the deal with his Darkness Falls and Evil finisher. That dream match and you and Tanahashi will just have to wait for another day. Wink, wink. Putting in the seeds of that dream match, eh? And now my next opponent will be the King of Darkness, Evil, of Los Ingobernables de Japón, the faction I was hoping to join in New Japan, but unfortunately I got stuck in the main roster. He tends to go for rough moves like Darkness Falls or chair shots, but his technique is flawless, and now he's got some momentum from the match with Tanahashi. But I'm on a roll too, and I refuse to lose to him. I better study up on Evil's old matches before the fight. So I take a long night watching a bunch of Evil matches. Okay, so if you look at my my parameters for offense here, 4s, I got a 3 in technical, but that's fine, but mostly like 4s, 5s, 6s. I got the 1-7. In my defenses, though, across the board, 5s, 6s, 7s, and 8s. No other character is sort of built that well. Like, they have strengths and weaknesses, sure, but like, not pretty solid across the board, you know what I mean? So like, since I'm already a human playing the game, and since I'm already pretty solidly built across the board, I'm just not going to bother training anymore. Oh wait, actually wait a minute. I did have one thing I wanted to do. I say and then immediately change my mind. What's the one? There, that's just movement speed and up and down speed so that I can get up and down the ropes faster for the Moogly Salt. So that's all I'm going to be training from here on out. Plus it makes sense that it would up my agility. Okay, almost there with the Ascent style. Boing. Like, literally I need one more after this to do the movement speed maxed up. Boingy, yeah. So there, now I can get up the turnbuckle as fast as possible. I can run up the turnbuckle as you've already seen me do, and next time I'll be able to run as fast as possible in the ring. And that's literally, like, what else would I need to do to survive in this scenario? Okay, so, my big old list of moves. Let's just change a couple of things. Yeah. This to this. I need to change that to the Shining Spike Head Scissor. Hold on, there's lots of things. Okay, and then this I need to change to the Mexican cutter. Because it matches the Gorilla Press Slam. There we go. That's all I need to do, so that works better. Leave training. Let me save and move on. Just so it feels better when I'm actually doing the move. So now, like, my medium left-right move is the Gorilla Press Slam, and my large left-right move starts with the Gorilla Press Slam, but drops me into that cutter. So it's sort of like a progression both in strength and in technique. For round 2 of the New Japan Cup, I'm facing off against Evil, the guy who beat Tanahashi. You may have heard of him. He's this guy right here. "Are you today's sacrifice?" says Evil.
Welcome to the darkness world.
Welcome to the Darkness World. King of Darkness, Evil. Aw, they didn't spell darkness with 2 S's. As a trusted member of Los Ingobernables de Japón, this ring demon strikes fear into the hearts of both his audience and competition. He's willing to do anything to win a fight and has a reputation for being ruthless, but he displays amazing technique, strength, and imagination. Looks like he needs a nap. I just defeated the ultimate symbol of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you have the gall to think you can take me? Beating Tanahashi one time doesn't make you world champion. And as a member of the main unit, let's stop calling it the main unit. I'm about to prove to you that Tanahashi may be the face of wrestling, but me and my teammates are the heart of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Then show me what you're made of, says Evil. And so I shall. In this, our second match. Oh, let me check and look at everything else. So, if we win this, we get either Bad Luck Fale or Toru Yano. That's interesting. And then on the other side of things, Shibata beat Suzuki. So we got Shibata and Juice versus and the Ishii and Sonata. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Calm level 4. I'm so sorry, Evil, for the beating you're about to endure. Oh, misses the super low drop kick. Which I thought was also bad move, but I guess not. That's just one of these. Backflip kick. I'm also using the wrong, I was using the stick there when I normally use the D-pad. That's funny. Haven't done that in this game in ages. Okay. Get out of here! Just shove you out of the ring. Whoop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Just beating his head against the wood floor.
9.
What if it's double count out? What if it's a double count out? And we are both eliminated. Boom! Suplex on the apron!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Another suplex on the apron, you fool! And I just start beating his head against the ground.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Boom! Let's get away from this.
9,
Bing! Ding dong shot.
15,
Come on! Ah! There's only a 20 count outside the ring. Almost got him. Almost got him. Oh, swinging DDT out of the corner. Cover that man. Hooks the legs. Dang. Oh, center of the ring. Slapping back and forth. Got him. Again, see, it's not really... not the most difficult thing to win. Oof! Pulls him over. Oh, this is the low drop kick, as he so often does. As he so often does. Oh man, even that time. Alright, well. Cut her off the top rope. Boom! Pin that man. Emphatically. 2 out of 2. One more of those and we'll show him out of the ring. Get up. Out of the ring you go.
1, 2,
They warned me about your use of chairs, Evil.
4, 5,
They warned me.
6, 7, 8,
I don't think I need to heed any warnings here, Evil.
10, 11,
Yeah.
12,
Just a trio of chair shots across the face.
15, 16.
Oh. Punch. I'm ready. Get up. I'm ready. Yeah, John Woo. Up the ropes. Moogly salt. 2, 3. I didn't know going into these career modes that they would be this easy, and I assume, like, for people that are new to the game, perhaps it might be tough, but once you have the timing, and it's all about the timing in this one, like once you have the timing down on which frame that you need to be looking at in order to hit your button to do your move, and once you have that timing better than the CPU can have it at certainly a calm level that is less than half difficulty, with this being the hard, like I'm on hard mode for career, and they're not even giving me more than half difficulty. One of the toughest fights I've ever had, but I beat Evil. Yep, I'm really huffing and puffing after throwing him around the ring like that. The crowd roars in excitement. Rawr. Do you understand now, Evil? This ring belongs to the main unit. Tanahashi, me, all of us. Don't you dare be messing with the great Googly Moogly. Pant. Yes. Yes, I do wear pants. Oh, empty words. You haven't seen the last of me. Disappears in a puff of smoke. I'll fight you as long as it takes, Evil, because quite frankly, that was easy. The difficulty goes from 1 to 10. I would hope that on hard mode, hard career mode, where we need to eventually get to like the main event of a promotion and like headline the biggest show of the year, that the difficulty we would be seeing would be like 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s. But they don't go higher than 4. You win the second round, and as you prepare for the semifinals, victory seems like a real possibility. Honestly, I'd be shocked if I didn't win. Fale, Shibata, Ishii, and you are all who remain after the second round. Okay, so it's me against Fale. Your next opponent, Bad Luck Fale, is the biggest threat you've ever faced. Literally. This will be my toughest bout yet. But if I win, it means moving on to the New Japan Cup Finals. I've gone too far to lose now. Right, I don't need to... other than that one thing... Where to go? This. Other than this, once... There. I no longer need to train. I am the fastest I can possibly be in the ring, and my offense and defense is pretty solid all around. And I got all my moves. So that should speed things up. I no longer need to train. Okay. And we continue. I finally made it to the New Japan Cup semi-finals. Finally made it in that I just clicked a button, and here we are.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, Tana?
Oh.
Hey, you dope. How you doing? I'm doing alright, Togi. Well, I lost, but I'm glad to see you're doing well. Who are you up against next? Bad Luck Fale. Better not fail against Fale. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. Look at that. Look at him doing the finger guns. That's amazing. That's our thumbnail right there. Oh, don't look at me like that. Laugh a little. It's funny. I love it when you don't laugh at a joke and then people tell you it's funny. Oh, I forgot. Ha ha ha. There we go. Now I will trick my body into being amused by it. Listen, Fale's got a lot of power. If you try to take him head on, he'll knock you around like a rag doll. You're going to have to focus on skill and strategy. Wear him out, then go in for the kill. Ah, don't listen to Tanahashi. I see you dive right into the thick of things. Isn't that exactly what Fale would want? Are you saying you don't trust my expert tactical advice? Well, I am in the tournament, and you are not in the tournament. So, oh, I trust your advice, Makabe. Trust it to get me killed. Haha. Whatever you decide, just make sure you win. Makabe, Kokeshi, and I are all rooting for you. Definitely. I'm going to make it all the way to the finals. Bold words, great Googly Moogly. For you face Bad Luck Fale. This big boy right here. The underboss, so it says on his shirt. And it's only comm level 4, so best of luck, bad luck, fall A. The bigger they are, the harder they fall A. Get out of here with this. Get out of here with this. I ain't afeared. I can beat your timing every time. Every time. I have the timing. I can't do rhythm games, but I can do Fire Pro. As soon as they lock up, hit your button. As soon as they lock up, hit your button. Up and A. Oh, didn't work. Try again. Try again. Come here. Up and A. Shove him out of the ring. And the weird pose. Backflip kick. Slam that big man. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm supposed to be a fear to you. You bang your head off the mat. This is a submission move in this game. That's right. Just literally banging your head off the mat. Give up! Give up!
Give up!
I love it. Walked right into that punch. Listen to that crowd. Going wild with every missed move. Okay, up to the second rope. Up to the top rope. Big old superplex. Now get up so I can kick you across the ring and end this thing. Boom! Oh no, he's up already! Oh! I was gonna put him down. I was gonna put him down. Oh. Strike battle. For this you have to mash your medium attack button. Whoever hits them the most wins. Oh, the stomp. Aww. Big old Enziguri. Rolls him over, that should do it. Knocked him out. Knocked him out. Knocked him out. Oh, almost. It has been 5 minutes of just me hitting him with stuff. Like that. Here we go. John Woo for the win. Missed. Rolls him up. Crosses those legs to make it harder to kick out. Oh, out he gets. Out he gets. Oh yeah, this I discovered a couple matches ago. You can just do this ad nauseum, because it just knocks him back into the corner. Until you fall over, it is kicks to the midsection for you. There, I kicked the life out of you. 1, 2, 3. That's it, it's over. Oh. Like, seriously. What need I do? There, put that right there. Put you right here. And we can swinging DDT right onto that chair for you. See how this works. Onto the chair. Yeah, onto the chair. And pin him. Oh, out of 2 again. Big old shate. Into the bulldog. Up the ropes. Moogly salt. Pin him. Pin this man. Yeah. Just like that. Woo! Woo! Not really barn burners in the career mode. Not quite the excitement of calling the matches we book. It's more known as a simulation sort of game, so it makes more sense to me. And a lot of the investment that people have spent in the decades and decades that this franchise has been around has been in creating wrestlers that they could just watch the matches of, like making sure the AI was tuned just right so they wrestled like their real life counterparts and so on and so forth. So it's no surprise to me that maybe a single player campaign, so to speak, isn't the most effective usage of Fire Pro, but I'm still having fun. And we're working our way up the New Japan roster way easier than we should. Yes, I beat Bad Luck Fale, the most notorious foreign wrestler in the league. Not only did I face him head on and overcome the impossible, I even won over the fans. The crowd roars in excitement. Moogly moogly, they all cheer. You point your finger up into the air, clearly indicating you only need one more victory to win. The crowd roars in excitement. Just one more win and I'll have earned myself the biggest opportunity of my life. Now I'm either fighting Shibata or Sanada, I think. I can do this. Oh, excuse me, Ishii. As Shibata and Ishii face off in Bracket B, it's clear either of them would be a worthy opponent for the finals. Will it be my ally Shibata from the main unit, or Ishii from the rival stable Chaos? The match rages on. Shibata and Ishii are equally matched. But suddenly, Shibata catches Ishii with a sleeper hold for the win. It's me against Shibata. They immediately grab the mic. The crowd roars. Shibata, Shibata, Shibata. Just one more match and I'll show you what the spirit of wrestling is really all about. Moogly, just you wait. The crowd roars once more in excitement. So much roaring. Fale down, who is next? Fighting for the New Japan Cup against a member of the main unit, I couldn't ask for a more perfect setup. Perfect. Shibata, I'll match your fighting spirit blow for blow, just you wait, I yelled to the outside of the arena, I guess. Okay, not doing any training, don't need to train anything. I'm already unstoppable. So let's just save this and stomp Katsuyori Shibata into the ground. Tonight the sparks will indeed fly as we've made it to the New Japan Cup semi-finals. Semi-finals. The arena's packed, there's not an empty seat in the house. This will be my first headliner since Makabe's 20th anniversary event. The New Japan Cup is as good as mine. They meant finals, not semi-finals. Victory is so close I can feel it. All my effort has led up to this moment. The event started a mere 3 hours ago, but they're already on the 6th match. Shibata and I will be up any minute now. Unless they mean semi-final in that we're like the second last match of the night. Nope. Hang on. Nope. This is our first main event. Am I nervous? Not at all. Not really, because I know for a fact I can just handle myself. Sound pretty nervous to me. Well, since we're being honest. Not to mention your knees are shaking like crazy. Do I need to carry you into the ring? Honestly, I would more like to not be the person. I would like it to just be computer versus computer. Can I do that maybe? You don't pull punches inside or outside the ring, do you? Don't act like I'm as bad as Suzuki-gun. I'm the nicest guy in the sport. Sure you are. What's with that tone of voice? Oh, they're arguing amongst themselves. Makabe and Tanahashi's good-natured ribbing helps calm your nerves. Well, here comes the easy part. All you gotta do is win. Sir, Shibata is our boy from back in the day. No hard feelings for rooting for him, yeah? Of course not. I'll do the same in your position. In the end, it's all about your spirit and love for the sport. Give it your all, and you'll have a great experience no matter how things turn out. Thanks, Tanahashi. Oh, please move to the entrance. Here we go. Your heart feels like it's going to beat right out of your chest. As usual, your nerves go into overdrive in the last few minutes before the match. Your mind is filled with the fear of losing the match and your shot at greatness. But if you can pull it together and focus, you'll have a shot at winning. If I use everything I've learned so far, there's no opponent I can't beat. Let me go to the options real quick. Okay. I was going to see, can I do like, I can't do CPU. I can't do AI logic. Your song begins to play throughout the arena, signaling your grand entrance. The crowd roars in excitement for the great Googly Moogly. Here we go. It is indeed on. Yeah, I can't change that to be like computer player. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing if I could change that to CP. And I could just watch it and have it happen. Okay. Googly Moogly, Katsuyori Shibata, the finals of the 2017 quote-unquote New Japan Cup. This is what we've all been waiting for. Me mercilessly beating up on Katsuyori Shibata for about 10 minutes before I pin him. Get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. I'm just going to be using my kicks and punches for the first 5 minutes of the matchup just to see what happens. I'm going to use this kick and this slap. That's it. 5 minutes. Try to counter me. Just try to stop what I'm doing. All I'm going to do is slap you. That's it. I'm just standing here waiting to slap you. Down to the canvas. That's it. That's all I'm going to be doing. Simple as pie. Got ourselves a real slap fight going on here. And I seem to be winning. 90 seconds deep now. Interesting strategy. By Shibata there getting a kick in. I'm not even moving. I'm just waiting. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. See what happens. Interesting opening strategy here by the great Googly Moogly, just waiting for Shibata to bring the action to him. And then slapping him to the canvas. Slap to the face, kick to the midsection. That's all you're getting. For the first 5 minutes of this one. See if we can build from there. If I do the first 5 minutes like so, oh, now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble. And then from here, start building in bigger offense, or maybe take a move or two. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Finally, at least tied and triggered a strike battle that I immediately won with my slaps. I'll just wait. Again, almost there. Almost there. We'll see if the build-up after 5 minutes of this increases the crowd enjoyment, because now we've gotten something to chew on for 5 minutes of anticipation. 5 minutes of anticipation. Oh, look at that. I countered your move. I didn't have to do anything. Yep, I'll take a kick to the midsection. I'm not moving. I'm not moving my character. I'm just hitting A or B. Or in this case, X or A. Until that 5 minute mark. 20 seconds, Shibata. You had 20 seconds to give me everything you had before I can start fighting back properly. And that'll do it. Alright, well, thanks for coming out, buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's been a real joy.
6,
Oh,
7.
Brainbuster on the apron.
1,
Oh,
2,
nice counter.
3, 4, 5,
Boom.
6,
Just beat his head against the ground. What a monster. What a monster is this great Googly Moogly. Slap. Pin. Worst final in the history of the New Japan Cup. And it's over. Aww. Oh, misses the Moogly self. That would have been it. That would have been it. Boom.
Keep up.
I did not say it at the time, but GR, if you're watching the replay of this, thanks very much for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate the time you spent. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Just utter dominance. Like, as soon as I open the floodgates of, like, my moveset, like, what are you meant to do here, Shibata? Here, I'm gonna beat your head against the canvas and win. That's how I'm gonna win, by beating your head against the canvas until you can no longer fight back. Spike head scissor. Drags him away from the rope. You can hear the crowd already fearing for his health. Moogly salt. Oh, he missed. Moogly salt at the 10-minute mark. Oh! Oh no! Into the choke! Now, if I just let that choke me out, that would have been an amazing finish. So it would have been all me for 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, Shibata comes back. Oh. And, like, levels me with that. Catches me in that submission and taps me out would have been amazing. Not to be, though, is it, Shibata? I'm too fast. I'm too furious. You got nothing. Moving cell to the back. Don't get critical. Get up. Oh. Oh. Another strike battle. Another strike battle. Boom, big headbutt from Shibata wins that one. Sliding kick to the ribs. World's strongest slam. Coming off the ropes. Big double stomp. Dang, 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 dang. Keep trying. I keep trying to hit that. Fine, let me do my other combo. This. Up the ropes. Moogly salt for the win. Moogly salt for the win! There you go. I barely attacked you for the first 5 minutes. So that gave us, like, virtually no difference in score. More training points, more moves I won't use, because my offense is unstoppable already. You finally won the New Japan Cup for Spring G1. I don't know what for Spring G1 is. And the crowd absolutely loves you. The crowd roars in excitement. Ooh, he's going to strangle me. Moogly, you're the best. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Moogly, Moogly, says the crowd. Shibata raises your hand high into the air, then exits the ring. Shibata, Shibata, Shibata. Moogly, congratulations on your win. You've made history, winning your first foray into the New Japan Cup, the spring equivalent of the G1 tournament. Ah, how do you feel? So much has happened in such a short time, it's overwhelming. Hang in there, Moogly, you can do it, says the crowd. They got my back. Thanks for rooting for me today, I did it. Yay, says the crowd. With this victory, you've earned the right to challenge one of the 3 New Japan Championship belts. Which is it going to be? They lean the microphone toward you and a hush falls over the arena in anticipation of your response. There's one title I've always dreamed of earning, Okada's IWGP title, but it's too soon for me to challenge him. How come I don't actually get to choose? Then there's the Intercontinental IWGP title holder, Kenny Omega. I'd love to take him on, but there's another I have to fight first. Goto. I need the Never title. I challenge you for the title of Never Openweight Championship. Challenging Goto. Goto slowly enters the ring and looks you straight in the eye. How dare you wake me up? Samurai of Chaos, Hiroshi Goto. As a key member of Chaos, this heavyweight competitor is willing to do whatever it takes to be the best and win the most. He is truly a modern samurai. He's well known for his many original moves, like the Ushigoroshi, Shotenkai, and GTR. You stare hard, sizing each other up. Then Goto reaches out to take the mic from your hand. Very well, I accept. Roar. And with that, your Never Openweight Championship challenge begins. Upstart challenges Goto for title. I really do want to go for the IWGP or the Intercontinental title, but the simple idea that only the strongest competitor in the sport can hold it is what drew me to this title. The first championship match I ever saw before I became a professional was for the Never belt. The gleam of that belt in the light and everything it stood for was one of the biggest reasons I decided to become a pro wrestler. And who could pass up the chance to challenge Goto? Everybody wants a piece of Hiroshi Goto. This day, the day I challenge one of the 3 great New Japan Pro Wrestling titles, is a day I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Okay. No training necessary. Go ahead and save. Yep, and then we shall continue. I think I actually might cut the stream a little bit short today after I win this title. I mean, assuming I win this title. I might let us go there because I need to do a few personal errands before I come back later this evening with some pals to squash some bugs in EDF. Fingers crossed. So let us first worry about Secura Genesis. I finally have the chance to challenge a New Japan and NJPW title, and my opponent will be the Never Openweight champion, Goto, the Samurai of Chaos. This year's Secura Genesis will have 4 title matches, and of course, tickets are sold out. The diehard fans are lined up from the front of the venue all the way back to the station. Goto's repertoire of original moves packs a punch. I I should mentally prep some counter strategies before the match. Not let him get in any offense. What's up, guys? Stop bothering me. I'm trying to get ready for a match. Tanahashi Makabe, thanks for coming by. Here, I went out of my way to buy my favorite sweets. Eat up. Thank you. Only 4 months after your return, and you're already challenging for a title. That's pretty impressive, Moogly. No kidding. Do you have any idea how long it took me to get that far? Yes, it took literal years. I'm currently sort of doing a watch through of early 2000s New Japan. And yes, when you were back being Shinya Makabe, before you adopted the Togi Makabe persona, it took years to get up the card. For sure. A title match is no ordinary fight. The energy of the crowd, the anticipation, the way your opponent looks at you before the match, it's pretty overwhelming. Meanwhile, in my New Japan timeline, it's about spring of 2006. Hiroshi Tanahashi is graduating from being the U30, the under 30 champion, into contention for the IWGP belt. They just had a really good singles match with Yuji Nagata back then. Did I say you could stop eating? Have another mouthful. Look, just charge in there with confidence and the rest will work itself out. That's right, the wrestler with the most spirit will always be the last man standing. At least that's what I believe, just like what Makabe said. You got it. Whatever you guys say, I'm just trying to get to my match here. It's nearly time to fight. I'll give it everything I've got no matter what, and maybe I'll even win and take the title. Oh, Goto, you poor sap. You're getting destroyed, Goto. Crowd roars. Moogly, moogly. Moogly, moogly. Okay, I'm going to do my pile of chairs ending. I'm going to try to do a pile of chairs ending, where I stack a bunch of chairs in the corner and then moonsault them onto those chairs. You meet Goto's fierce stare with a steely gaze of your own. You better believe I'll be taking that belt today, Goto. Go ahead, kid. The only thing stopping you is me. The referee checks you both and directs you to your corners, then yells, "Fight!" The gong sounds, signaling the start of the match. Here we go. I'm not even going to take a look at how much the difficulty is, because it's not going to be enough, Goto. It's not going to be enough. Come here. Get out of here with your nonsense immediately. The first of many chairs that I begin to stack, for I am the great Googly Moogly, and I do what I want. I do what I want. Come here. Just stacking them up, yo. Getting them ready for later. There you go. Smart move. Smart move. Smart move. Take your time. Take your time. Setting up red corner. How many is that? Like half a dozen? Sucker. Whatever. Pile of chairs. Pile of chairs. I think I can have 10 on screen at a time, so let's see if I can get all 10 all piled up there. Oh, I was going to test them out with a... Yeah, I shoved you over them. Oh. That seems to be it, at least from that corner. Who are you? Nope, that seems to be it. Okay, those are all the chairs I get. Oh, big miss, big miss, big miss, big whiff, big whiff, big whiff. How about this, though? How about a nice DDT into these chairs? Bonk. Ah! Oof. Strike battle! As we pass the 5-minute mark, which I spent mostly setting up chairs, thereby winding me. DDT onto the chairs. Moogly salt. Oh, got closer that time. Got closer. Oof. Come here. That's right. Moogly salt under the chairs! That's all I want. Oh, it didn't happen. Why won't you stay down? Just get pinned for 3 or submit right. That's what I'm saying now. Oh, now you're in for it. Now you're in for it. I'm gonna kick you until I run out of breath. Until you fall over, whichever happens first. Ah! Just try and stop me, Goto. Boom. Boom. Got him ready. Moogly salt. Oh, I missed. No, you don't. Come here. That's right. That's right. Try to set these up a little bit better. There we go. Just a little better pile. Just more even distribution if I could. Alright, I'm ready. Come here. Nice. Wrong way. They're not far enough away from me. Alright, let's try again. Come here. Come here. No, no. Right up here. There we go. Boom. Lay out. And Moogly salt into the chairs! There you go. Spent all match building toward that. I took 2 of them, but it still worked. I'm too devastating. I am too devastating. I am the new never open weight champion. They barely get any offense in on me. Moogly Moogly! I finally won a New Japan title. I'm the 14th Never Openweight Championship winner. A fellow Chaos member carries Goto from the ring as you thank him for one of the greatest matches you've ever fought. You really did it. Congratulations, Moogly. With little regard for who sees, you jump toward Tanahashi and Makabe with tears in your eyes. Don't start crying now or you'll get me going too, says Makabe. Oh, that's so cute. You've traveled a long road from your first audition to becoming a young lion to training with the SWA and now competing in the New Japan Cup. All that hard work has finally paid off. This is just a start, yo. 10,000 people wait excitedly as you take the mic. I'd like to thank all of my fans for their amazing support. I got the belt! Crowd roars in excitement. You're the best. Moogly Moogly. I know I'm not the best wrestler I can be yet, but I'm determined to get there. I hope you'll stick around to see what I've got in store. Moogly Moogly. Hey. How long are you gonna stare at that belt? You know, is he rolling that thing on his face? I won it! I won! Get it together. It's time to head back. I'm just losing it. Okay, he's lost his mind. I lingered in the locker room until the staff kicked me out. Ah, come on! Not even the company that will let me savor the taste of victory. As of tomorrow, I'll be the king of wrestling. Haha. Nobody's getting their dirty hands on my previous belt. My previous belt. I don't need to do any of this. I require no training or adjustment to my unstoppable monster of a character. Great Googly Moogly. The only thing that's going to stop him is time, which we are run out at this moment. As I said, I have some personal errands that need running, so I'm going to have to, not have to, but I'm going to cut this one a little bit short to accommodate for that. So let me just get myself in a better position to say so long. There we go. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, no matter where when you happen to be, wishing everybody chill vibes and for the moment non-contact high fives. If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now, but don't fret, we'll be back in a few hours, fingers crossed, at 8 p.m. Eastern to bash some bugs, in Earth Defense Force 4.1, I hope. So look out for that on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. We should be accompanied by Juice Papa Newsom, Dork Chop, and maybe Pharaoh Pina. Until then, TTFN, let's find somebody to spread a little love to on our way out the door. Oh, the aforementioned Dork Chop. Let me go ahead and raid them. Alright, thanks very much for hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you in a few hours when it's time to, as we said, bash some bugs. Hang on. Get out of this phase. Alright, ta-ta for now.